Hey y'all, thanks for joining me today. So today I'm doing an actual metal detecting video. About once a year, sometimes if I'm lucky twice a year, we get to go to Florida, and all I do is detect on the beach. Usually start at 4 or 5 in the afternoon and go till 4 or 5 in the morning. So I'm scooping a lot of sand. Now this is, like I said, is the T-Rex. This is the 10-inch T-Rex, the bigger one. I forget what it costs, 120, 140 bucks. Well worth it, guys, if you want a stainless steel scoop. I've really pride a lot on it, and it's just the integrity of it is really strong. All I did was add the wooden handle, which when you're out in the water and you drop it, this handle floats up to the top like this. It's always where you can get it. So that's a plus to it. But the minus to it is, one, it's 5.1 pounds, which isn't a big deal, but here I'm going to show you something here. So when you pull it behind yourself on the beach, just like this, the sand goes in here, it loads up with sand, and it'll get, I don't know, a pound or two of sand in it. That plus the resistance of it plowing all the time makes it hard to pull. In fact, I have to wear a glove on my left hand because just holding it like this, I'll wear a blister right here like that. So let me get on to the second scoop that I actually use that I really like. Alright, so here's the Poly Pro Tool scoop. I believe it's 11 inches wide and 14 inches long, and I think I made a video on building this. If I didn't, I should have, but this worked out really well. It only weighs 2.2 pounds, and when you pull it like this, it just glides over the sand. It's a little noodly, but it's plenty strong to dig up sand, even the wet sand. It goes right in. The problem I have with this one is there's no center spot to put your foot to push it into the sand, so you're always holding here and tweaking with your wrist. And so I even ground some of this off to try to make it flat. I see some people online trying to bend it and cut stuff out, or putting wood or something right here, and I was going to put a piece of wood across here just so I could push right in the center. And then I had been looking at so first of all, this is a good shovel, there's no doubt about it. I do wet and dry sand with this. Works really good. I do notice that I can actually retrieve targets if I'm not in the water quicker with this than I can with this one, because it's easy to dig a little sand up, pull it, run your detector over it to see if you have it. If you've got the target, then I just kick it off to the side like this and it spreads out. This one here, go like this, dig it up, and it does scoop quite a bit, and it is heavy, so you pull it out. You got to get it far enough away from the hole so your detector doesn't pick it up. So you got to move it over to the side to check the hole to see if you have it. If you don't, then you got to empty this, which this is a little difficult to empty. It's not like an open shovel, so you're kicking it and you're getting it empty and then going back in after your target. So what I did was, I've been looking at this one for about a year. It's also made by Poly Pro. So these two are made from the same company. They sell this one as like a snow scoop. It's got a big handle on it here. It's longer. You see it's quite a bit longer. And look at this angle that's already bent into it. Got a pretty good angle to it. It's actually the same angle as this shovel. But here's what I like about it is it has a foothold right in the center like that. So now I'm going to have the best of two worlds, is a shovel like this but with a foothold in the center. And all I'm going to do, I've got it marked here, I'm going to cut off these corners right here, and then I'm going to put some holes in here, because every once in a while, especially if I'm in the wet surf, I'll put my back to the water, I'll dig, and I'll wait till the wave comes back in and kind of shake it, and it does clear out the shovel and clear out the sand. And you know, normally my pull tab's left in the scoop. So the holes do work. So this one will get holes. It may not get that many, but cutting this off, it's going to make a, this is 14 inches wide right here. It's about 12 inches wide right here. So I'll have about a 12 or 13 inch wide shovel that's thicker. You see how much thicker that is right here and here? Now this shovel weighs 5 pounds exactly. Remember, this was 5.1 pounds, so it's basically the same. It's going to weigh less than that when I cut this off and drill the holes. How much, I don't know, but what I'm going to like about this is it's going to have a bigger digging capacity. It's stronger because of these sides right here, because these sides on this new Poly Pro right here are straight up, so that means more strength, and it's got some other backbone in here for strength too. So as long as I cut this off at somewhat of a point and leave this structure here alone, it'll still have a good integrity. And also when I pull it, it's just going to glide across the sand like that. So I'm excited about getting this going, altering it, and then taking it on vacation, and you'll see those videos too. So let me get to marking this off. Okay, so basically what I did was I marked the center line right here, and then I'm trying to figure out a point. I don't want the point to be sharp. I want a little meat across the end to give it some strength. And so I came out to the center, the imaginary center right here, and I put a mark right here, the imaginary center here, and there's a mark right there. Alright, so I'm going to mark my angles with a piece of duct tape, and I'm just going to eye it here. I'm going to start right here. I do know that. I'll start there, give myself like 3/4 of an inch clearance right there on that support. I don't want to cut right across that support, and then so I'll just go with however the tape wants to lay. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of eye it. It takes quite a bit off here, and I don't mind that it's not extremely deep. I just want the strength. And you know, I can take 2 or 3 scoops at it on a deep target, so the smaller I can get this, the better. So I mean, that looks good to me. So now I'm going to try to mimic that angle. Let's see, I'll do it this like this. Give me a mark here. So I'll mark it right here. which is that point right there, here. You know, it's not rocket science, whatever they call it. Let's see, I'll have to go like this and see where this ends up. Okay, so I'm here and this is where I need to be, so I need to bring that angle up a little bit. Okay, so I'm right here, so I need here. I was here, I'm here, now I got to go here, so I need to split the difference. It don't take much movement. Okay, I'm close. Man, this is pain. I'm about a 1/4 inch off. I want to mark this as an angle I don't want, so I can get right to the side of it. Okay. All right, so man, we are just, I'm within an 1/8 inch. I'm going to move this just a little bit and get that on there. Okay, I'm going to call that good. So you see the shape of the shovel now. Alright, so I got my plastic pipe cutter here. So I do know we're starting here. So I'm going to put a little cut here. Then I'm going to line this up. Now I'm going to put a cut here, like that. So I'm going to take this and touch it to here, and then I'm going to angle it, and I'm going to sight down my blade and get this angle. If I cut like this, look down my blade, you can see that I'll be like right in here. So that's not what I want. So I have to sight down my blade until I get this proper angle right here. And that's pretty close right there. So I'm gonna hold that angle and cut. That's pretty tough stuff. Okay, wow. Let me just tell you, that's some pretty tough cutting right there. Now we can get a cross section of it. The whole shovel's that thick right here. Way thicker than that other plastic shovel I had. So I'll deburr this later with a knife. Okay, that took quite a bit off. I'd say there's 3 ounces right there. So now we're going to do the same to this side. Alright, there's the other piece. pretty symmetrical. Looks good. Got a little bit of tape left, but it's pretty darn close. Let me deburr this and get it looking good. Alright, I can't find my pocket knife, so this is what I have in the shop. Kind of got a boo-boo right here. Okay. Looks good there. Good there. And right here. And get that tape off. Okay. Okay, let's see what we have here. Considerable amount of difference here. I can push down here, it's real sturdy. Push here, it's real noodly. So, let's see. Hold this here. Push this way. I feel a lot of strength there. Push here. It's pretty strong, surprisingly. So, I'm not getting rid of this one. I think I'm going to sell my T-Rex though. Alright, so I'm going to see what a torch does to this edge and see if I can't make it all pretty. Alright, before I put a torch to this, I'm going to put a torch to this, see what it looks like. Well, I think it's going to be I think it's going to make it look better. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to do that to here. Much better. Took a lot of my saw marks out. Not that it's going to stay that way. Alright, I am happy with that. Alright, so I printed off some graph paper online, just a free PDF, to give myself some kind of a idea where and how I'm going to set these holes up. So I've decided, like my old shovel, my biggest holes are 1/2 inch, and I don't know if I want to mess with smaller holes or not, because a lot of times if I get something that's falling through my 1/2 inch holes, I'll just carefully scoop and then bring it up to the dry sand or the hard sand and spread it out. So right now I'm thinking just 1/2 inch. So I'm going to tape this paper where the center line is centered on this center support, and we'll go from there. Let's see. Alright, so I got that one. Push it down in here, get it right here on the center. Alright, so now I need to kind of draw where these supports are, and then see what I have left to put the holes. Okay. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but it seemed to make sense in my head 5 minutes ago. I'm just trying to look here. Really, there's only room for a hole in the center. Alright, this graph paper is not working. Alright, so my graph papers didn't work, so I decided I would print off another graph paper, but then cut strips here so I could just use the tick marks on the side. So where's my drill bit? Right there. So we have it looks like I could get two in here. Two holes. I don't know. I just don't want to weaken it. If I run one down the center, then I can come in here and put some on the sides. But I don't know. So this is a 1/2 inch here. If I come over a 1/4, then I'm going to drill into that. So maybe these ought to be the smaller holes right through here. A section of small holes. So let's do that. Let's figure a section here of small holes. Then from here out it can be the full 1/2 inch holes. Alright, I tell you what I finally decided was I was going to use these to get a few of these holes drilled straight. And I was going to put small holes back here, bigger holes up here, but that's just confusing the whole crapping thing. So I'm just going to put 1/2 inch holes everywhere, because the T-Rex scoop has 3/8 holes everywhere. There's no small ones, and that caught most everything. So I'm only moving up to 1/2 inch, and if I find something that's fallen through, then I'll just be careful with it. Use my pinpointer or just bring it up to the dry sand and check it out. So I'm going to mark my holes with this one. Kind of scary here because I just, I hate messing up. Okay, so there's that. Skip one. Skip one. I'd rather put a minimum amount of holes in there, and then later if I need it I'll add more. Alright, so I got my initial holes drilled. So I'm going to drill those out 1/2 inch and see what it looks like, and then I'll most likely just eyeball the rest of the holes. Perfect medium here for a step drill bit. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Looks pretty good. So let's get these burrs off the back. Alright, so you know, when you use a 1/2 inch on the other side, it's not getting those burrs off like I want. So I'm going to use this one. This was a hog. I've had this thing forever. My first step bit. Working good. All right, so there that is. You know, I might just leave that. I'm not using this much as a sifter anyway. I mean, I'm not digging into soft sand and shaking it. I hate shaking it because it just wears you out. It's just easier to dig, pull it back, see if it's in the scoop, and if it is, just kick it off to the side like that. Way easier. So I don't want to get too many holes in it before I test it out. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I do have room to put smaller holes all over, but I don't know if that's really going to help or not. All right, guys, so I'm going to go weigh it and see how much weight we cut off of it. And I'm going to put the link to this shovel down below because I've been looking for a reasonably priced shovel, and finally they came up on Amazon. So just click the link below and you can go and check it out or buy it, whatever. So anyway, I'll be right back and let you know how much it weighs. Alright guys, so I just weighed it and it weighs 4.8 pounds. It was at 5 pounds exactly. So 0.2 pounds off. So I wouldn't waste your time making one out of one of these shovels when you don't have a, you know, a foothold right there, something to push against right in the center. Just opt out for this. They both cost virtually the same amount of money. These on Amazon, which I said I'd leave a link down below, are I think $66 shipped, 66 or 68, and that's virtually what these are shipped. So look at that, a lot stronger. I mean, you could just get a beep and dig with this and get it. You wouldn't even have to even try to pinpoint it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, if you like my videos, please like and subscribe and share my videos and on your social media. And watch for my new Florida videos where I'll be actually using this. So anyway, until the next video, talk to you later. Bye.